Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from Group 4, Class 4SC8. We'll present about the library book borrowing form. Beforehand, let me introduce myself and my partner. I'm Syarifah Aini and my friend Novridayanti. In a library, there are some important data related to the library, namely book data. As is well known, the library is a place where you can borrow books and return them according to a predetermined time. In this library book borrowing from project, we create a system that makes it easier for librarians to record borrowing and returning books so that they do not need to write when adding, modifying, and deleting manually. In this project, we use the G form so that later the system will provide direct access to librarians to add, modify, delete, borrowing, and returning books in the library.
The database. In this database, there are field name, data type, width, and description of the field that exists. For example, the field name ID has a data type int with a width of 11, which is described as the borrowed ID.
This is the flowchart of our project. On the left, there is a first flowchart about how to insert data. The form will be displayed, which will be filled in with book borrowing data. After that, click Insert and the data is successfully saved. If you want to see existing data, you can click Show and the data table will be displayed. In the middle is a full chart for updating data. However, the first click shows to know which data will be updated later. After that, fill in the data according to the latest data accompanied by the ID of the data to be updated. Then click Update and the data is successfully updated. If you want to see the update data, you can check it by clicking Show and the data will be displayed, including the updated data. Then, the last flowchart is a flowchart for deleting data. As before, click Show to see and find out which data will be deleted. Then, just fill in the ID of the data to be deleted and click Delete. That way, the data is successfully deleted.
Next, this is the source code. First, there is the DB connection source code. Second, it is the source code inserted into the form. Third, it is the source code to show data on the form. Fourth, the source code for deleting data. And last is the source code for updating data. Next, display of insert data. To enter data, you must fill in all the fields that will be input in the borrow data. Then click Insert to enter the data that was filled in earlier into the borrowing data table. After click Insert, the message "Data berhasil disimpan" will appear. Then you can click OK when you have finished reading the successful saved data information. If you want to see the data that has been previously entered, click Show. Not long after that, the previously entered data will be appear in the borrowing data table. Next, display of update data. To update book borrowing data, first by click Show to see what data and which one will be updated in the borrowing data table. After that, enter the ID along with the data to be updated in the field provided. Then, when everything is filled in, click Update to update the data in the borrowing table. After click Update, the message Data berhasil diupdate will appear. Then, you can click OK when you have finished reading the successful saved data information. If you want to see the data that has been previously updated, click Show. Not long after that, the previously updated data will appear and already changed in the borrowing data table. Next, display of delayed data. To delete book borrowing data, first by click Show to see the data and which one will be deleted in the borrowing data table. After that, enter the data ID to be deleted. Then, if you have filled in the ID of the data to be deleted, click Delete to delete the data in the borrowing data table. After click Delete, the message Data berhasil dihapus will appear. Then, you can click OK when you have finished reading the successful saved data information. If you want to see the data that has been previously deleted, click Show. Not long after that, will display the existing data table after delete the previous data. So, that's all for presentation from our group. Forgive us if there is a mistake while doing the presentation. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.